Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lennon. How you guys doing? And welcome back to yet another Faction Focus Sunday. So let's get into it, today's episode. So today we are taking a look at the Iberian tribes and specifically the Lusetani. So as the Iberian tribes, we get increased scouts. Our scouts are a little bit better. And we're people +4 public order from presence of an army in a province. So that is a friendly army, an army of your own. I do have to say that. You get a hard initial challenge. We do get ambushers, so we have a +50% chance of successfully launching an ambush, and we get +2 experience rank for all our infantry recruits, which is very, very, very nice. So let's get on to the campaign map and see what we have to work with. Okay, so here we are as the Lusetani at the edge of the world, basically. So we start off with one settlement, which is a minor settlement. However, the major settlement of that province is right in our grasp in turn 1. So as we take a look at our diplomacy, we do have a fight on our hands with the Arvaci, which is honestly not that close. How do they get near you? They have to go all the way from here over here through someone else's territory to get to us. So they are not really a threat in the early game. Once you start expanding southward or northward, you get to encounter them a little bit more often. Now for the rest, it's all same blood, so you could start getting everyone in the club, but probably your best way is just to kill them all and expand towards the rest of Iberia. So if we take a look at our expansion options, you could go north, which is probably stupid because it takes you at least 2 or 3 turns to get there, plus 2 or 3 turns to build up your army that will have a 20 stack. It will be a very difficult fight. So your best option is to go over here. And with this, you can either get 1 turn or recruitment, or take the mercs and straight away attack the city and get this second army in reserve, and because it can reach in force march. So with that being said, then you have like a 10 stack versus a 11 stack. So with either 1 turn or recruitment or the mercenaries, you can basically get Ebora at turn 1. And after that, Cortuba is like 2.5, 2 or 3 turns away, and then Nova Carthago is like 2 turns away from that. So within the first 5 or 10 turns, you could like slice yourself a pretty piece of land over here, taking 2 provinces and maybe some extra stuff. Although that's where it starts getting fun, because then you have to deal with Nova Carthago over here. This is an access point. You have to deal with Carthage over here, and the Arvaci are going to show up over here. So you can get a very quick first expansion, and then you need some time to bolster your defenses in Cordoba, Nova Carthago, and Ebora. So if we start to take a look at our starting armies, they are pretty decent, to be honest. We have a Lusetani noble as a general, 1 veteran shield warrior, and some Iberian swords and slinger unit. And over here we basically have almost the same, 2 slingers, 1 Iberian swords, 1 veteran shield warrior, and 1 noble warrior, Lusetani noble basically. We also start with a spy, and we start with a 1 singular settlement. You have your artisan lodge already built, which gives you the ability to start building Scutari spears straight away. So otherwise you could only build Iberian swords and Iberian slingers. Notice that we already have the XP ranks in here, so we start building units with silver chevrons like straight away. And the difference between that is like 45 and 35. So the difference between this and this is like 10 melee attack, 7 melee defense, and 7 morale. Something like that, 17 armor, 15 armor. So you do get really good bonus out of these ranks straight away. But then again, our Artisan Lodge built as the Scutari Spears. At tier 2, you get the Lusetani Gorillas, which are, I would say, better than your spears, but they are different. They do have a lot of melee defense, but very poor attack and armor. But I do believe they have gorilla deployment and stock, so they can stay hidden, and they can move, like they can deploy like very far away or close by, whatever it is you prefer. Then at tier 3 we get some actually decent units. We get Lusetani Spears, which are an upgrade from both your Scutari Spears and your Gorilla Spears. We get Lusetani Swordswoman, which are a bit of an upgrade from your Iberian Swordsman. They have very low armor, which is a little bit of a problem, otherwise pretty decent attack. Your other option is the Veteran Shield Warrior, although they are nearly twice expensive as that, but they do have very nice stats. 50 melee attack, 36 weapon damage, 75 melee defense, 30 armor, so very, very stable, decent sword unit, especially in this area and your barbarian counterparts at the north. And at tier 4 you get the Lusetani Nobles, which is just basically an upgrade from everything, although they are fucking expensive. 1,200 bucks, 200 upkeep versus 700, 140 upkeep. Sorry about that. Our other option is the Craftsman's House. You get the Iberian Skirmishers, and you get your upgrade towards your Balearic Slingers, which are a very nice upgrade from your Iberian Slingers. Although they are quite a bit of it more expensive as well, because like these guys are 100 upkeep and 560 in building, and these guys are 269 and 66 in upkeep. So there's a pretty substantial difference in that, but it is probably worth it at some point. And of course you get your ballistas and honors and all that jazz. Horses are in the green tree. We get Iberian Cav, which is actually pretty decent, like 50 melee attack, 39 weapon damage, but piss poor melee armor and decent melee defense, so yeah, pretty decent. Then your Scutari Cav is a little bit of an upgrade. They do have a bonus versus large and some better defensive stats. And of course you get the Cantabarian Cav, which is a piss poor upgrade. And honestly, in my campaign, I found this absolutely not worth it. They do have 41 missile damage, but only 7 shots, and after that, 12 melee attack, 6 charge bonus, 50 melee defense, 15 armor. They can do absolutely nothing else than just run down a unit, and probably they won't even kill an archer or a peltist unit. They'll just die. So I don't think this was a very good idea to put this at tier 4. I don't know what they're doing with that. But that's basically it. We don't have anything else special in our other trees. Oh, sorry, itchy nose. And we don't have too many different options. So that's all we have to work with. Spears, swords, and cav. Not too much difference in that, so your armies will probably look quite a bit the same, but it doesn't mean they're less effective. So like I said, what do we have? Anything else we do have to talk about? Challenges. This is a very interesting, this is Total War campaign, since I already did one on the channel, and we did pretty well. We struggled in the beginning once we started expanding like over here and going down towards Africa, but once we pushed Africa over back, like we put a settlement over here, these 2 settlements, and so we had a bit of a buffer zone. We pretty much took Iberia quite quickly and moved on towards Celtica and Italy. And we didn't get the full victory objectives because there's a lot of stuff that you need. Because you need Britannia as well. You need Italia, Tartar, Taurus, that's over here, Lusitania, Carthage, Genesis. So you basically need this, and then it's Italy and Britannia. So you have a lot of ways to expand. But it's a fun, very fun campaign. Very challenging at the start, but very fun in the later stage of the campaign. So with that being said, I think that's all I have to say about the Lusetani. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.